Productions, in association with the Southland Conference, presents Southland Conference Football 84. The Indians of Arkansas State University, Lamar University's Cardinals, the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech University, McNeese State University's Cowboys, the Indians of Northeast Louisiana University, North Texas State University's Mean Green Eagles, and the Mavericks of the University of Texas at Arlington. Tonight, Arkansas State University's Indians are hosted by the Mavericks of the University of Texas at Arlington.
No score in our football game at Arlington, Texas. High formation, and Blue's pitch is going to go to Caldwell, who's drilled behind the line of scrimmage. And was he caught there once again by Carter Ray Crawford. Here's their backfield. Brown from Memphis, Jemison from Earl, Arkansas, Weaver from Pompano Beach, Florida, and Preston Maddox from Tallahassee, as we've got the Florida connection operating in the backfield. And as they go off of the option, and the pitch out goes to the trailing back who cuts upfield, and that is Keith Weaver, who carries down to the 21-yard line. A first down. Randy Parham brings him down. Sheard, Barnhill, Wiseman, McMinn, and Wilson from Jonesboro. It's 1st and 10 off the 32-yard line. Again, the pitch is going to go to Weaver, turning outside upfield. He's across the 15 to 5, and he's in the end zone for the score. So Arkansas State has drawn first blood here in Arlington, Texas, against the Moving Mavs.
Talked to Chuck Curtis earlier today. He said this is the first time that the Moving Mavs have faced the wishbone, which is a triple option offense. And here's the play. You see Dwayne Brown waiting at the last second to pitch it out. He reads it perfectly, and then it's off to the races all the way for the touchdown.
So now we go for the extra point as Arkansas State has just jumped out front. Off of the eye, it is Blue rolling. Looks, throws out in the flat, and let's see if they give him a completion or not. Yes, they give him a completion right there at the 32-yard line. 2nd and 8, ball at the 33-yard line. Motion man now to the far side as Blue drops and looks, rolling to his left, out in the flat, and it is caught on the far side by Andre Gray, and Billy Ray Bowers makes the tackle. It was tipped there, and a good recovery by that young man.
Bowers was the one who tipped the ball. You see him there getting both hands on it, almost pulled it in, but Gray, watching the ball all the way, hauls it in and picks up the yardage for UTA.
3rd and 9 off the 43-yard line for the Moving Mavs, and then here we see the shift coming to the near side as the receivers and the back shift. Brodner gets the call, and he goes to the 47-yard line before Oscar Willis, the middle linebacker for Arkansas State, brings him down. They are going off the 47-yard line on the Moving Mavs side of the 50 as he kicks it away. Under a tough rush, and there was a flag on the play. Billy Ray Bowers fair catches it at the 15-yard line. So we see that they're coming back upfield, and here it is again.
Here it is. Well, it wasn't Charlie Frederick. He crawled in before. It was number 92, Bobby Gaston, also another nose guard that just fell into the kick.
They go now with a full house tee as Arkansas State digs in, and they've got 5 down linemen. They're coming right at it, and Blue hangs on himself, and it looks like he's got it. 3rd and 17 at the 46-yard line now for UT Arlington. They're trailing, and Blue is rolling right, looking, and can't find anybody. Hangs onto the football and crosses the 45-yard line. Fumble on the play. The ball is loose. And let's see who recovered. Scotty Caldwell recovered the football, comes up with the ball. So that's what you call making lemonade out of a lemon.
Right. You know, UTA, the quarterback sprints out. He makes a fine gain. He wouldn't have the first, and when things are going right, they're going right. They come with a big 4th down play. Here it is again. The quarterback sprint out right. Number 15, Blue, and he just didn't hold on to the ball and fumbles, and Arkansas State had a chance to get it, and he just didn't recover.
There it is, and Caldwell picks up the loose ball for the Moving Mavs. Split backfield behind Blue. And the give goes to Brodner right up the middle. He's going to be close to the first down, but I don't know if he got it or not. Could be also a big decision for Chuck Curtis. I'll tell you, with guys 285 and 300 instead of numbers that should have USS UT Arlington on the uniform. And he's looking for that first down. So here, digging in right now is the Big Blue, the Moving Mavs. Caldwell gets the call and the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Here is Blue. He's got a motion man coming to the near side, James White, 83, and he's looking, throws out in the flat, coming out of the backfield. He's got Charlie Walker, and Walker is into the end zone for the score. Charlie Walker goes into the end zone and scores for Arlington. So now we've got a 7-6 ball game.
On the screen play to Charlie Walker, Mike Fay, number 77, threw a great block to start off. And that was a great call. Here's the play to quarterback number 15, Blues dropping back. He's hitting number 30, Charles Walker on the screen, and 77. Mike Fay gets a great block and he scores.
UT Arlington, they have just scored to go into a tie with the Indians of Arkansas State. And here is Tennyson moving to the football, and he will bang it away high. Goes into the end zone and is bobbled, and it's a loose ball. Fallen on by Arlington at the 7-yard line. And getting the recovery, it looks like, maybe, number 38 is coming off it from the moving Mavs, and that would be Blake Costanza. Here it is again. Let's take a look at it.
Boris Whiteside, number 42, is returning the punt and the kickoff. He never really got a hand on it.
He started running before he had it.
Exactly.
And they go with a wing, Gray to the right side in a split backfield. The pitch is going to go to Caldwell, and he will carry it in the end zone for the score. So Scotty Caldwell, the senior from here in Arlington, Texas, scores his 6th touchdown of the season.
You can almost bet down close to the goal line when UTA is going to get that close. Here it is, just a quick pitch to Caldwell, and whenever they're going to get close to the goal line, you know they're going to give it to their bread and butter back, and I'll just almost expect any time they're down there, Caldwell will get the ball.
3rd and 6, ball at the 40-yard line now. Brown, by the way, as you can look at his statistics just a moment ago, 42 for 115. Brown throwing out in the flat, and it is almost intercepted by Tim McKyer, number 20. It was intended for Julius Lewis, 86. Waiting for the snap is Blue. He's got it. Rolls. Throws out in the flat, and it is incomplete at the 30-yard line to Andre Gray as the first quarter ends here at Arlington. And at the end of the first quarter, with the score, University of Texas-Arlington 14 and Arkansas State 7. Waiting for the snap was Blue. Motion man to the near side. Blue bobbles the football, picks it up, throws out in the flat. It is incomplete. It was intended for Jarvis McKyer coming out of the backfield in the option. And dropping back is Brown, and he throws to his man coming out of the backfield. That would be Preston Maddox, number 27. Maddox is at the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, inside the 5-yard line. A great carry for this young man from Tallahassee, Florida, at 5'10" and 190 pounds, and Bourbon Brown, 43, saved the touchdown.
And as we watch on the replay, Mark McMinn, watch him right here. He gets a great block, sets it up. You see him 67 at the top of the screen, gets a great block, and then it's down the sideline for Maddox as he picks up big yardage and a first down, goal to go at the 2-yard line.
You know, I was talking to Coach Lacewell early in the day, and he said that's probably the worst position you can be on 2nd and 17.
Brown gives to Jemison, and Jemison's got the touchdown. They're going to give him the score. They held back for just a moment, but then they gave him the score.
Came right down on the goal line, and all you have to do is break the plane of the goal line for the touchdown.
So that brings up 3rd down 9 off the 30-yard line for UT Arlington, a 14-14 ball game in the second quarter, and Blue drops the throw. He's got the time, unloads, it is complete to Caldwell coming out of the backfield at the 36-yard line. I would say probably that they're going to be looking outside because they've had some success there with the speedbacks they've got. 3rd and 6 as Chance the signals is Brown rolling, looking out in the flat, and he's trying to go up over the top, and he's got his man, and that is Weber, and he's to the 45-yard line. Keith Weber, the senior left halfback. Louisiana Tech over Lamar 22-7, and we'll be taking a look at Louisiana Tech next week in their big game over in Monroe. Auburn over Mississippi State in the Southeastern Conference 24-21. Brigham Young over New Mexico. That was last night 48-0. Dropping back, looking, throwing is Brown, and he's got Julius Lewis, and he is inside the 25-yard line to the 22. 2nd and 3 at the 17. Brown's give on the counter, goes to his fullback. He goes straight up the middle. Preston Maddox, number 27, has just scored. Great carry, 17 yards right up the gut.
Really, that's the first time Arkansas State has shown any kind of counter or reverse, as Brown fakes one way and then gives back, and a nice run up the middle, a big hole there, and he made the run all the way into the end zone for the touchdown and puts Arkansas State back out on top.
Motion man White now to the near side, and the give-off goes to McKyer, and McKyer comes up the middle to the 15-yard line, and he is waiting on Andy McCarter's boot. And McCarter gets it off the side of his foot under a lot of pressure. It's fielded by Arkansas State at the 47-yard line, and taking it down is Brad Dent. The Mavs dropping 4 down linemen, playing their linebackers right in the gaps. There goes the pitch, and the pitch is going to go out to Maddox, trying to turn upfield. He's at the 40 and bounced out of bounds on the far side as he picks up a first down at the 35. Now they're dropping 3 down linemen and dropping the ends off as outside linebackers. Brown hangs on, turns upfield, and turns inside the 25 to the 23-yard line for the first down. They go with a wing. The wing would be to the left side, and Brown is rolling out. He's looking long, looking end zone. It's too far. Julius Lewis, the intended receiver, and he just completely overthrew him. And so that would be a 33-yard attempt. And holding will be 12, Steve Carson.
Yeah, Lewis was also open on that attempt. He just overthrew him on the out route. If he'd have got it down there at first down on the 4-yard line.
There's the kick. It's got the distance, and let's see what the call is. They say it is off to the side, no good.
Got a flag, though,
at the 30-yard line.
Running into the kicker once again.
3rd and 2 yards to go at the 3-yard line. Brown hangs on to the football, and he's to the 1-yard line.
It looks like he has the first down, and Arkansas State basically would have liked to have a touchdown, but a first down is as good as a touchdown right here. Whenever I've seen the yard marker, let's say I could have gotten bigger yardage on a pitch, I would always, take the first down and not really take a chance on the pitch or anything.
You don't want to give it up that close to the goal line, and he knew that he could get it very close to the goal line, possibly get it in.
It's 4th and less than a yard, and let's see what the call is. Brown straight up the middle, and let's see if Texas-Arlington might have held. They've got the situation 1 foot. The ball is 1 foot away, and it's a first down. And here's the call by Brown now. 1st and goal at the 1 foot line. The give-off goes to Jemison, and he's in the end zone for the score. What a hole there.
Hey, that was just offensive football at its best, especially Wishbone. On the goal line like that, number 43, Ricky Jemison. Here he is, number 43, Ricky Jemison, just bursting through the line without even really anyone touching him. And if Arkansas State continues to play like this, I think they'll be able to handle UTA.
15 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10, ball at the 47-yard line now for the moving Mavs, and Blue takes his club to the line. Brodner's the up back from the eye. Caldwell dots the top of the eye. Blue rolling, looking, throwing out in the flat, and it is intercepted by Bowers. He's at the 40, he's at the 50, he's at the 40, the 35, the 30, the 20, the 15, and run out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, my goodness.
Well, I think just as he was throwing it, number 99, Michael Klein, the defensive tackle for Arkansas State, really put pressure on him and caused that pass to go astray.
They say he stepped out at the 25-yard line, and what they're going to do now is go for a field goal from the 32. So now we're talking about a 42-yard field goal attempt by the field goal kicker for Arkansas State, and that is Frank Richards.
Oh, how the
snap right now. And he boots it away, and it's got the distance, and they say it is no good. Off to the side, flag on the play at the 26.
He's been wide to the right twice on his 2 kicks, but as I was about to say before, has the tie change.
It's also going to come from the far side hash mark.
Well, the first half can't end on a penalty, so Arkansas State really gets a break to try another field goal.
From 47 yards away. And his foot is into it, and once again, it has the distance, and it is good. And so Arkansas State tacks on 3 more as we get ready to go to the locker room. And with the score at the end of the first half, Arkansas State 31 and University of Texas-Arlington. Jemison 43 is the up back. Brown rolling, throwing out in the flat, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Tim McKyer. McKyer cutting back upfield, and he is being run out of bounds on the far side at the 45-yard line. His average has certainly been hurt by this game. Rolling out is Blue, looking, throwing, and it is intercepted by Arkansas State. picked off in the secondary, and picking it off is Anthony Withers, a sophomore from Woodson, Arkansas, number 47. Dwayne Brown to Jemison, right up the middle. He's at the 30. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and he's in the end zone for the score. A 44-yard run for the tailback for Arkansas State. Their up back, Ricky Jemison, the 5'10", 190-pound sophomore, just burst right up the middle.
Here it is. It was a great run, just a quick hitting play off left guard. Ricky Jemison using his speed, showing he's a pro potential tight back and just bursting into the end zone.
One thing that separates good quarterback, or rather good running backs from mediocre running backs, are the ones that break tackles. And that time, Ricky Jemison broke 2 tackles for the touchdown, and that's why he's a great one.
3rd and 3 at the 13 is the situation for UT Arlington. Again, they shift with the power to the right side. It's Scotty Caldwell getting the call, but he's going to get hit as he hits the corner. Couldn't turn the corner upfield and is brought down at about the 15, 16-yard line. But they're going to go for it. 4th down and 5 on the 15-yard line. And Blue under pressure, brought down behind the line at the 22-yard line. And so Arkansas State will take it over. 3rd and 2 off of the 30-yard line. Brown hangs on, brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Here they are off the 35-yard line. Blue at the quarterback position. He's gone all the way except for a couple of plays. Rolling out, throwing in the flat, intercepted by Arkansas State. He's at the 41-yard line. And picking it off was Stacy Price, the junior from Texarkana, Arkansas. 1st and 10 at the 42 is the situation for Arkansas State, sitting on their big lead, 38-14. Give off on the counter is going to go to Maddox, and Maddox is finally bulldogged down inside the 30-yard line. And in the 4th quarter, it is Southwest Texas State 27 and North Texas 7. On the reverse, it is the end turning upfield. He's at the 20, the 15, and he is in the end zone for the score. Julius Lewis, number 86, 26-yard reverse.
Brad Robinson, his defensive end, put a moving man that had contained in. He just let Lewis get outside. Here's the play. They come in with an option to the right and just running reverse pitch to number 86 Lewis. Number 51, Brad Robinson, just let him get outside, and Lewis has great speed, therefore he scored.
One thing that you notice, and of course you played with some quick guys in college, Joe Delaney and Mark Duper, and one thing you notice about Arkansas State, they've got that great quickness. 2nd and 1 at the 35, there goes the pitch. And breaking right up the middle is number 25, Randall Scott, after he turned the corner, and he gets to the 46-yard line. That's what he's been doing so far. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line as they go into the shift once again. Slot offense would be to the right side. And here comes the reverse now by Texas-Arlington as White carries to the 32-yard line.
Well, UTA is still not out of this if they cannot win this game.
2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line. Piper rolling, looking, throwing, going long for the end zone. He's got his man. Touchdown for Texas-Arlington to James White. Not a real difficult pattern.
No, number 83, James White, just blew past the defensive back. Number 31, Jerome Sims. Here it is. He's just sprinting out right, and he's hitting him up the sidelines. The cornerback, number 31, Jerome Sims, let him get behind him, and that's a no-no. Coach Lacewell said probably that was the weakest point in the defense was the secondary, and the cornerback never should have let that happen and get behind him.
2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line now for Arkansas State. And the give-off goes to Jemison, and Jemison is stacked up as he hits the middle of the line as the moving man defense digs in there. Yarborough and Clinch getting credit for that tackle, and that is the end of the 3rd quarter of play here at Arlington, Texas. And with the score, the Arkansas State University Indians 45 and the University of Texas-Arlington moving Mavs 21.
This is really a big down for UTA. If they expect to get back in the game, they have to stop them this play.
3rd and 4 from the 38. Dropping back is Brown. He's going long for the end zone, and it is incomplete in the end zone. Northeastern Louisiana and Louisiana Tech, a very big game as far as this conference is going, and Louisiana Tech unbeaten thus far. Iper throws, and he throws the screen to number 25, Randall Scott. Gary Burton makes the tackle. We'd like to say hello to some of our affiliates at KDFI TV, Channel 27, here in the Metroplex, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, right here in Texas, and our thanks and hello to John McKay. There's the give-off to Jemison, the fullback, and he goes to the 39-yard line. Dropping back and looking to throw is Brown. He throws out in the flat, and it is complete. He's got his man who's inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line for Arkansas State, and it's Jemison again. Bulldog down at the 10-yard line.
We do have a flag down at the line of scrimmage, though.
You can see it there on the left of your screen. Tyrone Miller made the tackle. He is from Helena, Arkansas.
This one's going to go against the white-clad Arkansas State Indians. It looks like illegal use of hands or holding.
Brown has gone all the way. Quarterback throws out in the flat, and he's got his tight end who's brought down at the 14-yard line. Ray Brown, number 89. Hello to Bo Behringer and all the folks in Baton Rouge at Baton Rouge Cable. As coming to the near side and all the way to the 1-yard line is Preston Maddox, number 27. So Brown with his team at the line. The give-off goes to the right halfback. And that was Preston Maddox, and he's right at the goal line.
Well, that was just a basic dive play, and he just jumped over for 6 points. I'm sure with 9 minutes left, the game is pretty secure in Arkansas State's hands. You might see more players coming off UTA that hasn't seen a lot of playing time this year. This is a good situation where you can play players on both sides and show that you do have some depth if you need it in a critical time.
Frank Richards gets ready for the extra point. His foot is into it, and it is off to the side. And so with the score, Arkansas State 51 and Texas-Arlington 21. Piper's back in the football game now. Number 18 at quarterback, rolling, looking, throwing out in the flat, and it is incomplete.
You know, it is the type game where if you haven't seen a lot of playing time, or you just want, you haven't been playing a lot, this is the type of game you go into.
3rd and 10 at the 48, and the quarterback taken down behind the line. Coming in here this evening, Arkansas State had lost to Memphis State 17-2, beat Tennessee Chattanooga 16-0, beat Tennessee Martin 72-14, and Southern Illinois 19-0. Lost to Texas A&M 22-21, beat North Texas State 14-9, and got beaten by Louisiana Tech by a score of 20-10.
They've been pretty successful all night against UTA.
3rd and 3 off the 21-yard line for Arkansas State. Fumble on the play, and it is picked up, but there were flags on the play.
Well, they're going to say that Cassie Francis was also down before he pitched the ball.
12 seconds to play in the game. Piper in at quarterback for Texas-Arlington. His give-off goes to Scott. Scott rips up the middle. He's across the midfield stripe and down to the 44-yard line before he is brought down. And 3 seconds to go. They use one of the timeouts.
I think so. They have to. Alley-oop.
But being chased. Brought down way behind the line of scrimmage to end the football game as Arkansas State notches a victory. First time that they have won on television with Larry Lacewell as head coach. Now they are 1-4-1. Well, here at Arlington tonight, it's the Arkansas State Indians 51 and the Moving Mavs of Texas-Arlington 21.